What's up, ladies and gentlemen? What we are looking at right here is the brand new Honda Talon 1000R. Look at how mean this thing is. Okay, this is a new kid on the block as far as side-by-sides go. This is the Honda's entry into the sport side-by-side scene. My personal, take on it is Honda pretty well hit the nail on the head. God, this thing is so smooth. I've been driving it for about 20 minutes. Granted, I haven't had it off-road because it's brand new, only has 8 miles on it. And, yeah, this thing absolutely shreds. Don't know if you guys can see. There are some marks on the asphalt up here. For those of you, I do have a little bit of a drifting background. None of it was legal, but, we're not going to talk about that too awful much. And I'm really thankful for that background, as far as driving recklessly, because it kind of helped me. I come through this gate right here, okay? About where it's at right there, I was still getting plumb stupid in this thing. And I might have a little bit of fun in it. It's just, you guys are going to have to watch for the wind noise. Anyway, getting back to the actual walk around and not bragging about how hard my heart's pumping right now. It is a 1000. It does have Fox suspension on it. The Talon is rated at 106 horsepower, which may not seem like much, okay? Granted, the Polaris 1000 has like 168 or something like that, okay? There's one big difference, and I'm going to show you. You can see the motor right there, okay? Oh, that's really pretty, nice and clean. Big old bulky looking thing, ain't it? Now, what we're looking at is the bottom half of that engine is the dual clutch transmission system. Which means this actually has gears, not a drive belt and a variator like the Polaris does. And I'm not knocking Polaris. I love Polaris. They're awesome machines. They're absolutely fun, and the Turbo S is insane. Anyway, this does have full four-wheel drive, and it has intelligent four-wheel drive, but we'll get to that in a minute. Fully adjustable Fox shocks. Back to the transmission. You have two modes. You either have manual shift or automatic. Now, you can shift this thing manually using these paddle shifters, okay, on both sides, down, up. Alright? I could not shift fast enough to keep up with the dual clutch trans. Okay, the first 3 gears in this, lightning fast. Lightning fast. And just this tiny, maybe a 1/16 of a mile, okay? 1/16! We hit like almost 50 miles an hour in sport mode. They got the gearing right. They have really put a lot of engineering into the Talon, okay? The headlights look great. The front suspension is so aggressive, and you don't have an excessive amount of body roll. You do have some body roll, but that's because it's built for being off-road. You have to have a little bit of give. But me shaking it, I'm shaking the camera more than I am the thing. So it's definitely built right. As far as tire sizes, they do have Maxxis tires on them. Those are the factory rims, and I'm looking for a tire size, I'm sorry. They are 28 by 9 15s in the front, and these are 28 by 11 15s in the back. But yeah, this thing is just, I'm kind of at a loss for words, guys. I'm kind of talking out of my butt right now because I do kind of like the open space here. However, when I gouged on it earlier, it made me lose my hat. So I had to turn around and go back for it. I cannot wait to get my GoPro because I'm going to get so much good footage of these things. Let's see. Let's figure this thing out. As we go, I'm assuming you got to twist it because that's kind of the thing. Most things you have to do that way, I guess. Maybe it's just tight. Yeah. Okay. It's 'cause it's new. You gotta pop it up right there. And then this lifts forward. And you gain access to all of your stuff. Brakes and plugs and coolant. All of that rigmarole. Adjustment for your shocks, which is rather nice. Okay. Let's make sure this thing's pushed down right. Twist that. I think it goes, yeah, it goes that way. Push this back down. They do have little rubber grommets it sits down in to help secure it. And you know, for somebody who gets to drive Polarises on a daily basis and like the regular utility side-by-sides and stuff like that, I do like the little body hole that they, like the little panel vent right there. That's kind of cool. Sorry guys, I'm like in full ADHD mode today. I got to ride a Honda, it was a 2015 model bike. They only made like 15 of them. But it's a cafe racer. I will have that video up probably shortly after this video. So, yeah, that thing is awesome. Anyway, moving on. I'm in total retard mode today. I forgot where I was talking about. It's got a really small bumper on the front, so you might want to upgrade that. And you might want to get a winch because people are going to get stuck in this. God, I really just don't even know. I'll tell you what, if you've made it this far into this video, screw it. At this point, you might want to turn the volume down just a little bit because, damn it, we're going to drive it. The seats, I would like to point out this. Give me just a minute before we go drive. I do need to cover the seats. The seats are very comfortable. If you're a little bit wider of a person, you know, Polaris seats are really small. Even if they hug you even if you're a small person. If you're big, they're just downright uncomfortable. I weigh almost 170 pounds, and Polaris seats squeeze me. Okay, and I'm not exactly that big of a guy, so I can only imagine for some of you bigger fellows out there. But these seats are amazing. And the door, solid. And you know, sometimes people say that the side-by-sides, they rattle and all of that, you know, and now granted, you are going to get somewhat of a shake sound, but for the most part, what you hear on this is by far nowhere near as bad as what you would hear in a Polaris. When we turn the key on, which you've got your shifter down here, okay? Reverse, neutral, high, low. We're not even going to worry about low. Up here, you have your selections for your drive modes. You got automatic and manual. That way, we'll just leave it in automatic because I don't have a stand for my camera. You do have sport mode. Sport mode makes a difference. This right here is hill climb stability mode, I think is what it's called. I may be way off with the name, but in a nutshell, what this does is if you're going up an incline, okay, and this is not on, you're going to roll backwards when you let off the gas and you come to a stop, okay? That applies the brakes when you come to a stop and you let off the gas, preventing you from rolling backwards. When you push the gas, it will release the brakes and you'll move forward. Then you got, obviously, two-wheel drive. That's self-explanatory. The four-wheel drive, the intelligent four-wheel drive. Now, what that does is, say you're in a soupy mess, or if you're off-road and you start getting a lot of wheel spin, you can turn on the intelligent four-wheel drive, and it will regulate power as well as lightly apply the brakes until it senses you grab traction. So basically, it helps you stay gripped to pretty well wherever you are. Does that mean you can't bury it? I highly doubt it, but it helps. And this is the gauge cluster. If you guys can see, there's a big glare. Alright, whopping 9 miles. I am pretty sure I put 2 of those miles on it today. But, okay, without further ado. Oh, another thing that's worth noting. This has a 3-point standard seat belt. Okay? It doesn't have the 4-point harness like what a Polaris normally has. And I know that's probably just a personal preference thing, but I do kind of like the 4-point harness from a Polaris. Sorry about any wind noise. Now is the time that you probably want to turn the volume down on your phone. Okay. Alright. Sport mode. You see it? Alright. Oh, I apologize for your ears. You've been warned. You might want to turn the volume down. Alright. God, this thing takes off like a rocket. Alright. Y'all ready for take 2? Okay. That was about 45 miles an hour just then. Holy crap. Okay. This is starting to be a really long video, but I had to show you guys that. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. This, let me go ahead and shut it off. this is for sale. It's up here at pioneermotorcycles.com. I believe, I could be wrong, but the retail on these is right at about 20 grand. In my honest opinion, it's worth it. I mean, you will not be able to wipe the stupid smile off your face. Once you tear into this thing, I love that fan. Sorry. Once you tear into this thing, man, I mean, it just, yeah. There's no words that can describe. This thing is a blast. It is a blast. The owner told me that he hadn't got to get in it, and so I was like, hey, let me take you down the road in it, and I will show you what this thing can do on the asphalt. And we went out that gate sideways, and I've never heard a 60-year-old man sound like that. Jeff, if you watch this video, I'm sorry. I don't know if you're 60 or not, 55, 40, somewhere along in there. I don't know how old he is, but I've never seen you smile that much. From me to you, thank you for letting me drive this thing. But yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, we're over 16 minutes long into this video, and most people have probably given up hope of ever getting away from it. So yeah, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down there. The link to where you can buy this exact machine will be in the description below. It is, sorry, I got distracted. It is pioneermotorcycles.com. Make sure you guys check them out. If you live in Winchester, please stop by. They are great people, and they will do you right. I believe that covers it. I'm going to go play with this thing some more. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.